Oh, hi.
Hi,
Hi, good morning. I see that you're very much less busy, so I need help with this document for you to help me to fill out. I actually myself do have a lot of work that I'm yet to complete, so I don't think I can. I know you are very, very free. You don't look like you have a lot to do, so just help me. Okay, you can just bring them. You can bring them. Okay. Okay. I'll get them ready. Yeah.
why do I keep doing this to myself? I only collected these papers because I don't want to offend her. Like, still have a lot of work I have to do on my own. Why do I keep doing this to myself? This is so much work that I have to do. God. We need to talk. Yeah, we need to talk. We need to have that discussion about why you are ruining your life for free. Why you are not making your life seem like an important thing to you. I want to ask you something. Don't you have something better doing with your time? Don't you think that you could actually pour the time you're using to serve others, the time you're using to please others? Don't you think you can actually pour it into something that would gain returns into your own life? Why do you feel the need to not offend people in the way you do? This is me literally talking to my own self, my own younger self. This is me giving an advice to this is never an advice. To be honest, I'm not a therapist, but I have a lot of things that I can say, and I know a lot of things that can actually help you and save you from wasting years of your life. You don't want to be that person, all in the name of you want to be kind. Oh, I don't want to offend this person. I don't want to be in this person's bad books. I don't want this person to start looking at me in a certain way. Let me tell you, irrespective of how you act, we will keep looking at you a certain way. My dear, there is nothing that you want to do that will literally please every other person. We are going to break our discussion into 3 parts because I want you to come into an understanding. I want you to understand that this is something that you can begin to implement from right now. And these are not even difficult things to do. These are very, very simple things to do. But I believe that you even know these things, but you've not just found maybe the strength, maybe the willpower, or you're just still thinking that you still have to be serving other people. Hard truth number 1, you can't satisfy everyone. And that is fine. You are going to bruise a lot of people's egos. You are going to hurt a lot of people's pride because as humans, we hate rejection in any form. We hate to be rejected and we hate to reject people. So I need you to know that rejection is part of life. It is a necessary process in life that everyone must go through because it is in these things that we get refined. It is in this kind of moments that we understand that life is truly not a bed of roses. And it is this kind of moment that we actually grow. So come to terms with yourself that I cannot please everybody. I cannot satisfy everybody. No matter how much I try, no matter how subservient I am. Even Jesus Christ, who was literally the most perfect person on earth, this man could not please everybody. To be honest, like when he came, literally giving life to the people that he created, to his own creation. We saw it as something that was so out of the book, something that was so negative. We saw it as something that should be crucified, something that should be castigated. And he died in the most horrible way that any man could ever think of. So why are you, a mere man, thinking that you can actually please everybody? The second hard truth or the second hard pill you have to swallow is that you don't love yourself enough. I'm saying this with all kindness and with all pleasantries, with all respect. I'm saying this respectfully. You do not love yourself. That is why you say yes to everything. Because if you see your life as valuable, if you see yourself as, a masterpiece, you're not going to be saying yes to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're not going to be giving out your time, giving out your energy. Your energy is supposed to be channeled to the things that pour into you, the things that give you returns, and to people that give you returns, people that bless you in return. So you cannot claim to love yourself and keep saying yes to everything. You saying yes to everything actually proves the fact that you don't value yourself much enough to even think that, okay, does this thing I'm saying yes to, does it truly help me? Does it truly align to my goals? Is it really something that I want to do? Don't keep being a pushover that everybody can just keep throwing their opinions at that. Oh, you do this for me. You do this for me. You don't have a choice. You have a choice. God has given you something called a willpower that you can wield in whatever way that you can. As I said, these are hard pills. These are hard truths. So don't be feeling bad. In fact, I want you to feel bad because feeling bad is what will make you hear what I'm saying. So now we have successfully swallowed all our hard pills. We've gotten all the hard stuff down. So why should you actually say no? The most important reason why you should say no is that your time is invaluable. I cannot stress this enough. No amount of money can buy time. I'm sure you already know this. If money could buy time, trust me, I would have bought 10 years of my life. I would have bought them back because there were certain times in my life that I was truly wasting time. I was truly wasting away my life, literally. Anyway, your time is so precious. It is so, like, I can't stress how time is God's gift to man, how time is just that one thing that when wasted, you can't get it back. Time is the most important thing on earth. It's the most important gift that we've been given. So that's why you can't be wasting it on other people's purposes. You cannot be wasting your time trying to help another person fulfill their own purpose when your own life is in fact lacking in its own fulfillment. I wish you could just see things from my point of view. I want to just understand things the way I'm thinking about it. Like, whenever I'm doing something that doesn't add to my life, me personally, I always see it as, damn, I'm wasting my time. Like, bruh, I'm never going to get this time back. I'm just wasting it. I'm pouring it away. Like, I always see time as something so precious. So I want you to get into that same mindset so that my time is so important. I can't give you my time. Like, I'm sorry, I can't give you my time because it is just so important to me. I want you to see yourself. I want you to start seeing your time as a premium. I mentioned this in my time management video that time is actually your premium. It is something that you give, and once given, you can't get it back no matter how much you try. So that is the most important reason why you should be saying no. Now to the big part. How do we say no? So first thing is that you're going to have to embrace the discomfort that comes with saying no. Whenever I say no to something, honestly, I feel a sting of displeasure. I'm like, oh, I just made that person feel sad. I just made that person feel unhappy. I just made that person feel somehow. But you are going to have to cut away that stigma that's associated with saying no. They're going to have to embrace it, right? You have to make it a part of yourself that, okay, I said no to this thing because this, because my time is precious to me and because I cannot afford to be wasting my time. And you have to literally bone your face and turn your back, like be ready to turn your back so easily on things that do not benefit you. And in that way, you'll be able to embrace the discomfort that comes with the word and you'll be able to run with the vision for your life. Next is to learn to reject and to be rejected. You have to understand that being rejected does not undermine my own capabilities. It doesn't mean that I am not worthy. It doesn't mean I'm not doing enough. It just means that I may not be the right person. I may not be the right thing for that fit right now. And it's fine. Like, it's not a do or die affair. To stop taking it too personally. Stop taking rejection so personally. If you keep taking every rejection that you have or everything that you have to reject, if you take it so personally, there's no how they are going to grow. There's no how they are going to move on. So I need you to learn that I will be rejected sometimes and I will reject some things sometimes. It is just some part of life. God sometimes orchestrates some things. He allows some things to happen because he knows that there are better things for you to do. And rejection can actually be the push that you need to take you to your next better level. So the next way to say no is to explain the reason for your no when it is necessary and withdraw when it is not. When you are saying no to something, it is just courtesy. I see it as just courtesy to say the reason why you're saying no. Okay, we are rejecting you because maybe you're not a great fit for us at this moment. Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to say no to this because I have so and so coming up at this time. Because I have plans for the weekend, I'm going to have to say no to your invite. It's just courtesy. And it's to make the other person know that, okay, they are not useless or you are not just seeing them as not worthy. I put the caveat necessary there because it is not every time that you have to explain. Sometimes you don't have to shalaye. So not everybody deserves the explanation of why you are saying no to some things. Some people, no matter how much you explain the reason for saying no, they still don't get it. Like, they still want to run with their own opinion. And that's fine. You don't need to have to push anybody to understand what you're saying. If you are not understanding me, then that's cool. I will just withdraw. So I need you to understand and see that there's sometimes that you need to explain and sometimes that you don't. At times where you don't need to explain, don't feel the need to. Don't think that, oh, if I'm not explaining, then this person is... They will get it when the time comes. Stop overthinking your no, because honestly, people don't care. If someone says no to me, trust me, in the next minute, I really don't care about the reason why they said no. I've moved on. So don't overthink that, okay, my life is going to be ruined because I said no to this thing. I'm probably not going to make it because I said no to this thing. Stop thinking things beyond the scope of what those things are. Stop taking things beyond the context of which they apply. Yeah, that's a really good one right there. Stop taking things beyond the concepts in which they apply. Don't overthink your reasons. Don't overthink people's reactions, because honestly, people are like this today. and they're like this tomorrow. Nothing is honestly cast in stone. Anything happens, people change, life is so dynamic. So don't be an overthinker and stop stressing over your no, or stop stressing about what other people think and things like that. The next thing on how to say no is to separate what is beneficial to you and remove what is stealing from you. There are certain things that do not add to your life. There are certain things and people that steal away from your life. So I need you to have to make that distinction. I need you to make that demarcation. I need you to understand that yes, there are boundaries in my life, and then these boundaries have to be taken care of properly. Anything that is literally not blessing your life, those things are time wasters and time stealers. And I need you to stop saying yes to those kind of things. Now, I need you to start saying yes to things that are beneficial to you. Say you have to do your assignment, you have to study, you have to go to work. These kind of things are the things that you need to start saying yes to, because you know that these things are very well purpose oriented, and there are things that are literally adding to your life in one shape or form. But things like partying, wasting time discussing things that are unnecessary, attending to things that do not add to your life, those things are time wasters and time stealers, and you need to dump them. Stop saying yes to them. Stop saying yes to fulfilling other people's purposes when you have not even started to fulfill your own. You cannot be building somebody's house when yours is collapsing. To be honest, I think this is my most favorite part of the tips on how to say no, because the more I'm able to differentiate what is blessing me from what is taken away from me, then the easier it is for me to reject a lot of things that are not helping me. Last thing is to stop pressuring yourself. You need to stop. This even ties into the point of overthinking. Stop making the whole world. Stop feeling like the whole world is on top of your shoulders. You are not Jesus. You are not the Prince of Peace. You are not the one that the government is resting on his shoulders. You need to slow down. You need to calm down. Stop putting so much unnecessary pressure on yourself. No matter how much pressure you put on yourself, last, nobody truly cares. Like, if you do, people are so forgetful. People are so ungrateful, to be honest. No matter how much you put in your energy for some people, they will end up being the ingrates that they are. So stop pressuring yourself and stop thinking that the whole world is on your shoulders, and focus on what is important to you. That is what God wants us to do. He doesn't want us to be burdened by things that we go through in this world. Don't put someone else's issues on your head. Like Yoruba adage will say, that means don't put another person's load on your head and carry yours on your hand. So I need you to stop feeling so under pressure. Nobody's pressuring you. Nobody can pressure you. Nobody will pressure you. Nobody should pressure you. The only way you can be pressured is if you allow the internal pressure in you overcome you. So I want you to understand that you have the power. God has given you the willpower, the choice, the ability to say no. So I need you to actually hone in on that choice and grab your life. I need you to take. Many people are actually letting go of their life, and this is so sad to see. I want you to take hold of your life literally and be in charge. That's what God wants you to do. He wants you to have dominion. Don't lose hope in yourself. Don't just feel like, oh, I'm done for, like my life is over. Please stop thinking like that. Like, this channel basically is to make you a better person. Like, irrespective of whatever I speak of, I may speak of anything. I may speak of finances tomorrow. I may speak of childcare tomorrow. I may speak of birthing children. I don't know. I may speak of anything. But at the end of the day, all I want you to be is to be a better person. That is the whole summary of whatever content I put out on my YouTube channel. I feel like I have said a lot. I have thrown a lot of things at the wall. I want to just catch the ones that are so important to you. Everything in this video is important, but some things may not be important to you and they may be important to other people. So at the end of the day, what I want you to do is that I want you to take hold of the things that sound very important in this video, and you can honestly discard the rest. I don't mind. I just want you to become a better person. So, like I said on my community post, in honor of 5,000 subscribers, we would be having a question and answer video. I put a Google form link in that post. A lot of people have not filled that Google form link. What are you doing if you've not filled it? I need you to put your questions in that link because I'll be answering every single question. So if you've been so curious about something, if you want to know something about me, if you have some questions about your academics, your career, to the best of my knowledge, I'll be answering a lot of questions so you can go crazy. You can go gaga. Just drop your questions. I'll be answering them by using that Google form link. So the link will be in the description box, to be the very first link in my description box, because I really want to see your questions and I want to answer them. I don't want to miss anything. So yeah. And also, our community of literally loving, amazing people has grown to over 160 members just in the past week. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I'm actually so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. So if you'd love to join a community that is after your personal growth and your development, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box, and you will definitely have an amazing time. Messages go out every Sunday by 7 p.m. without fail, and this has happened every Sunday for the past, say, 5 weeks. So if you've not been receiving messages and you are subscribed, check your spam or your junk folder because you may not have confirmed the subscription. That's probably the reason why you're not receiving messages. And also, I have a blog that contains all the written posts of my videos. So if you'd rather read than watch, or if you'd rather watch and read at the same time, I have a blog that covers that for you. If you are in this particular portion of this video, then that means you enjoyed this video like 100%. So make sure that you check out this one, time management tips for those who don't have time, where I speak of ways that you can manage your time and how you can actually place value on your time. This consists of tips that have helped me over the years. So I'm definitely sure that you will see one or two things to pick from this video. So what I wanted to take away from this video, because we know in all our videos we are always going to be taking away something for the week, something for the year, something for our lives. I want you to know that I am born to be fruitful and multiply. I want you to say that to yourself. I am born to be fruitful and to multiply. It is God's plan for me to be fruitful and to multiply. See you next week Saturday by 12 p.m. I love you.